Hey, welcome back to another video today, YouTube, and once again I'm gonna be doing a what's in my camera bag. This is the second time that I've done a video like this, now that I feel like I have more of an adequate enough camera bag that really defines and showcases, I feel like, who I am and the type of work that I do. I feel it's now appropriate to, you know, start off 2022 letting you guys know some of the gear that I have, some of the stuff that I'm using, and maybe if you decide to pick them up too. Now, I am by no means the best photographer, videographer, XYZ, nor even close to it. But the things that I do use have been able to help me get some of the shots that I like. And I've genuinely seen improvement in everything that I own, from how my first shots look to how my shots look now with them. So getting right into it, I've really been into capturing moments and making sure that I have a camera on me when I travel. And so for the first item in my camera bag, we're gonna start off straight with probably my favorite camera that I purchased in the past couple of years. It is my Nikon L35 AF. Now, if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you would know that I actually went on the market looking for this camera when I was trying to find something similar to a Contax, but I just didn't necessarily have the Contax type of money, nor do I now even feel comfortable enough spending that type of money on a point and shoot camera. Essentially, I wanted something that I could hold on me at all time, a little bit better image quality and better detail, and really just be able to compete with some of the film pictures that I saw online. I was really loving some of the look, and I wanted to accomplish that for myself, but add my own style to it. And this camera is honestly as great as it can get for the price range that it's in. I think I picked this camera up for maybe a little bit over 200. It's been a while now, so I don't necessarily remember, but it has honestly served its purpose. The lens on this camera is extremely sharp for what it is. I think the viewfinder on this camera is also really good. And another thing about this camera is that the flash is amazing. I've had some of the nicest night shots with this camera, and it's just been probably my favorite camera to have on me at all times, everywhere that I've gone this past year, and I will be taking tons of pictures with it with this upcoming year. Next up on my list is my Voigtlander Besa R. Now, the reason that I got this camera is because I had never actually used a camera that was fully mechanical. I never really understood the system. I didn't really understand how that all works. And so I wanted to kind of invest into something, but I was also looking into a 35mm that can have some really sharp quality. And this camera has been really good to me. Another huge benefit with this camera is that it has an internal light meter. If you're somebody like me who doesn't necessarily carry a light meter around or does want to guess on what the best lighting is, this internal light meter is really good and really accurate, and I felt like I've gotten some of the nicest pictures that I can with it. Next up on this list is actually something that I haven't used before, but I've had my eye on, and it's the Sony T4. I've been wanting one of these cameras for so long because as I'm continuously investing into my 35mm camera arsenal, I really want, honestly, to be able to choose when I want something to be extremely sharp or when I want something to be not as sharp and a little bit more authentic and grainy. Next up, we're jumping into the medium format film cameras category, and for this one I only have one. That is this right here, the Mamiya 645. This is the first real film camera I ever purchased, and the quality of the images that I've gotten on here are unmatched by far. My 35 millimeters can't even compete, but nor are they supposed to. They're supposed to give you two different looks. This is a lot more for more of my professional shoots. I just recently started a clothing brand with two of my friends, and so for our next actual shoot, I'm gonna be using this camera probably for almost all the film shots that I do, just because this is a lot crisper, a lot cleaner, and a lot more detailed. But they are pretty expensive, and Mamiyas in general are just continuously going up in value. So if you can get your hand on one of these, it's a very, very good starter, non-intimidating medium format camera. And it's definitely the camera that taught me everything that I know about film today. Now, when it comes to digital cameras, I really only have one, and that is what I'm using to film this video right now, which is my Sony A7C. Now, this camera is extremely functional and it's extremely good at what it does. It's supposed to compete with the A7 III, and it's supposed to kind of give you that same, it's supposed to really give you the same A7 III look that you would want. And so Sony did a really good job at compacting this. The reason why I love this camera is because of the fact that it's so small, easy to carry, don't really feel like I'm holding a huge camera, a huge bulky camera that I need to have on me at all times. Equipped on it, of course, is the lens that I use to vlog and make all my videos practically. So really enjoy this camera, and it's one that cost a pretty penny, but it's one that I plan on keeping at least for the next couple of years. So Sony did a really good job on this one, and I'm ready to see them advance it. When it comes to filters, I have two ProMist filters, one that I use on my 85mm lens for my Sony that I'm using to record this, and then the other one that I use on my Mamiya 645. Both kind of give obviously that, you know, that ProMist hazily, dreamy like filter look. And so that's why I really keep these on me, just in case, you know, I'm feeling like trying something new during a shoot, or if I'm feeling like experimenting. And I just love sometimes the way that it makes, like, the way that it makes a light look, the way you see how it does that. You know, I really like that filter. So it is one that I like to use, but it's not one that I like to use on all my pictures. Maybe if I get one that's a little bit lighter, but for this one, it's a 1/4, and for this one, a full 1. So this one's a lot more, as you can see, a lot more strong, whereas like this one's a little bit more subtle. Both of these though, really good option. I think they really add a different look to your photography if you're trying to change things up. The last topic I want to get into is tech. Now, although this isn't necessarily a camera nor a filter, I do think it's an honorable mention, and that is my iPad. This iPad is extremely beneficial. I use this for almost every shoot that I do now. It's so easy to just plan on an iPad and to just really map out your entire shoot. Equipped with an Apple Pencil, it's honestly chef's kiss. I've made a lot of dumb purchases when it's come to tech and things around photography, but this is one that I could genuinely say was worth the cost completely. It's one of the newer iPad, and it's the cheapest model, going, I think, retailing now for at about 300-ish bucks. And so you really can't go wrong with something like this. You can use it for a multitude of things, but if you're a real die-hard creative that likes to plan out everything, this really makes it simple and easy, and you can carry it with you at all times. So now that I have it, I always use this to plan my shoots. With that being said, that is the end of this video. Although I do have other things that I own relating to photography, I wanted to give you a genuine look into some of the stuff that I use on a regular. And so these were those things, and I hope that you guys enjoyed them. If you guys have any questions on some of the things that I have, or any of these things that you want me to do a full video on, I definitely will take it into consideration, as long as you leave a comment. Please make sure to leave a like and a thumbs up on this video, and please make sure to subscribe to this channel as we continue to grow this family. I have a video coming out soon on that Nikon L35 AF and some of the pictures I took last year, and with the Yashica in the next few weeks. So hopefully you stay tuned, and until the next one, peace.
Hey yo, Pluto, you going brazen?
One life to live, and I'm living it. Show me your love, even just a little bit. Feelings drift in my mind, and I start to reminisce about the times, about the moments when we was kids. God forgive me for them stories I left in a ditch. I ain't the person I'm becoming.